Hey everyone, and welcome to today's Explainer. We're jumping right in today because we've got a truly iconic animal to talk about. We're heading out to the savannah to look at the absolute master of life on land, the tallest land animal in the entire world, the giraffe.
So let's kick things off with a number that's just mind-blowing. 6. Giraffes can grow up to a massive 6 meters tall. I mean, to put that in perspective, if you stood on your friend's shoulders and then another friend climbed up on yours, you still wouldn't be anywhere near as tall as a fully grown giraffe. It's wild. Their long neck, those incredibly long legs, and a really strong body are exactly what they need to survive out there in the wild. But how does a body that huge actually work?
Section 1. Amazing giraffe physics.
These animals are just perfectly adapted for life on land. Take a look at those incredibly long legs. Because they have such long legs, they can take these massive steps, which actually saves them a ton of energy when they're traveling really long distances across the savannah. And notice how wide apart they stand? That wide stance is absolutely crucial. It gives them a ton of stability. I mean, with a body that tall, they have a really high center of gravity, so standing wide keeps them perfectly balanced so they don't just tip right over.
Now, being 6 meters tall means your heart has to work extremely hard. A giraffe essentially has a superpower heart that weighs anywhere from 10 to 12 kilograms. That is huge. It acts like a giant engine, pumping blood almost 2 full meters straight up against gravity just to reach the brain. Because of all that upward pumping, their blood pressure is about twice as high as ours. But they're totally built for it. They have these really strong and elastic blood vessels that handle the pressure no problem. And here's the absolute coolest part. They actually have special little valves in their neck veins. When they bend down, those valves close shut so all that high-pressure blood doesn't just rush into their head at once. Nature literally thought of everything.
So now that we know a bit about their internal physics, it brings up a great question. Where do these gentle giants actually live?
Well, if you guessed Africa, you hit the nail right on the head. They call the warm, sunny savannas and open woodlands of Africa their home.
It's a really hot and dry environment out there, but they are perfectly built for it. That towering height, it lets them eat leaves from the very tops of trees, way up in the upper layers where the smaller animals just can't reach. So they don't even have to fight for their food. Plus, look at that beautiful spotted coat. That light-colored fur actually helps reflect the strong, hot African sunlight, keeping them nice and cool. And get this, they can go for several days without drinking a single drop of water. Why? Because they get almost all the moisture they need straight from the juicy leaves they're eating. Section 2. Ecology, helping the savannah. They actually help the whole savannah thrive, and it works in a cool step-by-step chain. Step 1, by eating those really high leaves, they leave the ground-level grass and lower bushes for other herbivores like zebras and antelopes. Less competition means everyone gets enough to eat. Step 2, when they munch on the young tree shoots, giraffes act like giant gardeners, literally shaping how the tree crowns grow. And Step 3, as they walk those long distances, their droppings spread plant seeds all over the savannah, basically planting the next generation of trees.
So, the big takeaway here is that giraffes are a huge part of the food chain, keeping the whole ecosystem balanced and healthy. Now, it is a tough world out there. While adult giraffes are rarely hunted, the young calves can sometimes become prey for lions, hyenas, and leopards. But even this is a necessary part of maintaining the ecological balance of the savannah. Every single animal, big or small, plays a vital role.
Section 3. Giraffe Fun Facts.
Okay, here is one of the wildest facts in all of biology. You and I have exactly 7 neck bones, right? Well, despite having a massive, towering neck, giraffes also have exactly 7 neck bones. No way, right? How's that even possible? Well, each single bone in a giraffe's neck is just incredibly long. We actually share the exact same basic blueprint. Theirs is just super stretched out.
And here's another funny one. Because their necks are actually shorter than those super long legs, a giraffe can't just bend its head to the ground to take a sip of water. Getting a drink requires a really awkward wide stance. They either have to spread their front legs really far apart or deeply bend their knees just to reach down to a watering hole. It looks a bit silly for sure, but hey, it gets the job done.
Section 4. Conclusion. A wonder of nature.
So as we've seen today, every single part of a giraffe is custom built to survive out in the hot savannah. Our source material really sums it up perfectly with this quote. The giraffe is truly a wonder of the natural world. Their bodies and behaviors are the result of millions of years of evolution, perfectly tuning them to their environment. It definitely makes you wonder, if the giraffe has all these biological superpowers hiding just under the surface, what incredible secrets are your other favorite animals hiding? Stay curious, keep exploring, and we'll see you in the next explainer.